It's been a really chaotic few days in Los Angeles. And I've been out on the ground reporting.
We're New York Times.
Back up, back up.
The authorities have been fairly aggressive on some occasions with protesters. I myself, while I was on the ground, witnessed massive, loud flashbangs, tear gas being released, munitions being fired, a number of people injured, and I happened to be one of them. It was around midnight. We see a line of officers, and very quickly after that, the officers began firing crowd control munitions in our direction, and I was hit below my ribcage. It was a pretty intense, instant pain. I felt winded, and I was really lucky because I was not seriously injured. I just have a nasty bruise. But in some cases, these less lethal munitions can break bones. If you get shot in the face or the head, they can be lethal. A couple of the experts I've spoken to have said that the authorities are violating not only their own policies, but also previous injunctions put into place after the George Floyd protests. For example, how officers can behave when they're on horseback, or how exactly they use these kinds of crowd control munitions. You can't use it if you're either too close to a subject or too far from a subject.
He straight up just shot them.
The police would say their response was justified, and to be fair, we did see some protesters throwing rocks over the overpass, also lime scooters. Protesters did light some Waymos on fire, so there was some threat of violence. But at the same time, the vast majority of the protesters were acting peacefully. A lot of these protesters know people who are being directly affected by these deportation orders, and others are people who have not come out to protest before, but they felt that this was a breaking point. And in the instance that munitions were fired at myself and my colleagues, there were very few people on the street. It was very late at night, and we were standing quite some distance from the officers. The reason all of this matters is because the Marines are now coming to Los Angeles. The Marines are not as well trained in domestic civil unrest. They're commonly sent out to war zones in foreign countries. And while we don't know exactly what's going to happen next, experts I've spoken to have said that their presence is likely to add more fuel to the fire.